Is Tildy blocking your path? Huh? Tildy won't let you come down? Tildy, stair blocker. I don't know how well the screen's gonna work, it's all ice. Maybe the water going through it will get the ice off. My well stick's all covered with ice. I won't be surprised it goes slipping through my hands. Winter is about 3 weeks away, officially, but you never know it by looking out here. It's certainly starting off with its challenges. I think by Thanksgiving we already had over a foot of snow on the ground, and then we just got another foot. Of course, it's compacted. Right now, if you scrape to the ground, there's 18 inches of snow. Heavy wet snow, and as you can see, it's still all clinging to the trees out here. Trees are all bending over, falling down. And now we're getting freezing rain, which is going to cling to everything. If the winds kick up, it's going to be a mess. You know, after spending 2 days clearing our road open, and now getting this. It's challenging, but I gotta say, I'd rather do this than have to go and fight traffic every day. I'd rather have a week of this than 1 day in city traffic, especially in the wintertime. Everyone's on edge. Heck with that. It's peaceful out here. I love it. Our internet has been down for a few days now, so we have no idea what's coming. I don't know if this storm is the tip of the iceberg. It's on its way in or it's on its way out now. We don't even have phone service, and that's a first. So I don't know if something happened with a tower, or if all this snow cover clinging to the trees is interrupting the signal. No idea. It's the first, never been without phone service here, so it adds to the uncertainties and the adventure. But it's exciting, you know. You can't be worrying about what can happen all the time. You make yourself sick. Just got to live with it. For all those years, all the settlers lived up here. They didn't have a cell phone or anything. They just lived. That's what you got to do, day by day. All right. About 30 gallons of nice fresh water. Off we go. Being out here, this far off the pavement, living this way, it's hard to describe it, but it grounds you. You know, it brings you back to the basics, just to the simplicity of just living and being, you know, rather than busy with the phone and all that stuff that's going on today. I love it. You know, if something happened and we got hurt and we needed to get out, well, that can happen no matter where you are. You know, you just gotta live. That's what we're doing.
Be careful, it's pretty icy right there under that snow.
I don't want to go ass over a tea kettle.
You clown.
know, people ask me all the time, how come I don't grow a beard? I guess if you live in the woods, you're supposed to look like Grizzly Adams. You know? Fact of the matter is, I always wore a beard on my face. Probably from the age 22 on up. Come around September, I'd start growing my beard, and I'd wear it all winter. Sometimes straight through the summer as well. I had a nice beard when I was up in Alaska, in the Yukon. Yeah, it was good. I liked it. But the way life is, you know, I got sick in my late 20s. Lost all my hair. Yeah, every hair on me, man. And then my hair grew back, but my beard's never grown back like it used to be. Nothing like it. I grew a little bit a few years ago, a little goatee there, but I'm not going to do stuff half-ass, you know. It kind of sucks. I'd love to have my beard back, but you can't cry over what you lose in life. That's just life. You're going to lose stuff. Stuff's going to get taken from you. It's just the way it is. I'm just grateful I'm still alive, you know. Things don't go your way, just pile on the gratitude, your problems go away. Like I said, living up here, I'd love to have my beard, especially when I go ice fishing, but I'm not going to do a half-assed job of it. I'm thankful I'm still alive and able to be up here living the dream and sharing it with you all. Skin, chin, or not. Yep, that's just the way it is.
Well, it's time to add a few more improvements to the bucket trap. I'll fool the little bastards this time around, you wait and see. Now, I thought I had some great ideas here, but my audience, well, they were a bit skeptical, you see. Now, Frankie, he showed a little interest in my project, but Tildy didn't want any involvement with my contraption. Now, of course, there's always those that need to put their own 2 cents in. Jeepers. Looky here, Frankie. When the mouse walks out to get the peanut butter, the floor flips up like this, and the mouse falls into the bucket. What do you think, buddy? You think it'll work? How about you, Tildy? What do you think? Critic. Okay, I made a few more improvements to the bucket trap. I took a piece of my PEX pipe, I made a slit in it, and then I put it on the rim here. So it's fatter, and hopefully the mice won't be able to grip it. I removed most of the foil tape, just left a little piece here. I'm going to leave the hanging doohickey, and then I'm going to have the ramp come up to this here. And all I did was rip this little section of board out of this board. Then what I did was I set up this little diving board here, where this rotates, pivots rather, and I drilled a hole through it off-centered, so it's a little heavier on this side than it is on this side. Hopefully the mice will come up, focus on this, try and stand up. That'll drop them down into the drink. And because the hole is offset and it's heavier on this side than this side, that it resets itself. I put a little piece of fish line underneath there just so it doesn't rotate all the way over. I might need to put a little spacer in here, a little washer or something, just to keep that from moving. I'm going to put some more peanut butter and seed on the doohickey here and put some more water in it, get it back under there, and we'll set the camera up and see what happens. Now you do know that I'm only having fun with this because this bucket worked great with no improvements. Except I didn't like how they were clinging on there, so I put a wider rim here, and I don't think they'll be able to grip onto this. So we'll see how it goes. I had to put a couple of pieces of tape to hold it in place. So I'm going to get under the house and reset it. We'll see.
Here's the boss man again, setting up his bucket trap. Ha! Looks like a fancy one. I wonder what he came up with this time. This guy cracks me up with all his gadgetry. Ha 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 ha! I don't know how he comes up with all this stuff. Maybe it's cabin fever or the Pinot Noir, but this one looks complicated. I better sneak in the back way. Yeah, like this. Hey, look at the foil ramp he put down here. This is stupid. Stupid and ineffective. What a dumbass. Let's go see what he's got going on down here. Glad he kept the hang and doohickey. I love this thing. It's almost as much fun as chewing the wires in his truck. Hey, look at this new installation. This is great. And all this new tubing, too. Nice touch, boss man. Now I think I'll grab that wine cork and make a run for it. Ah, shit! Mickey! Mickey, you fell for it! Did you see that? Mickey fell into the drink. The boss must think he's Wile E. Coyote. Next he'll be dropping an anvil on us. I'm gonna run out to the Jeep and shit up his glove compartment.
Well, got 5. All right, so I got 5 mice in 2 nights. That's telling me that the improvements are working. Unfortunately, I only got one of the catches on camera. I've kind of noticed with those cameras when it's set on the video setting and it's cold out, they're a little sluggish to get started, where a lot of times the animal is at least halfway out of the frame before it starts filming. Doesn't work that with the picture setting, just with the video. So, I'm not sure which improvement is making the catches. Whether it's the little diving board here, or if they're slipping off of the edge, or maybe a combination of the two. So I'm going to rebait this with more seed, check the batteries with my camera, get it set up, and I'll give you an update later on. But the improvements are working, man. We got 5 of them right here. Yeah.
Alrighty, time for questions of the week. I only have a few quick questions here and then a few updates to announce. Did you install the tracks on your Ranger? No, I didn't. Because if it's not made out of wood, I don't install it. I can't stand nuts and bolts. Alright? I had a big crack in my windshield, so I had them come and pick up my Ranger. They replaced the windshield. Insurance took care of that. They installed the tracks, brought the Ranger back to me. Folks want to know what's involved with switching out the tracks for the wheels. Okay, the initial installation requires a couple of mounting plates underneath, and there's a few little things they have to do. But once the tracks have been on, to my knowledge, all you have to do is take off the lug nuts, and then you just unhook a rod or a cable underneath, store your tracks away, put your wheels back on. Sounds pretty simple and straightforward. I posted that footage where I was tracking the fisher. Lots of people asking me, what is a fisher? Well, a fisher is kind of like a downsized version of a wolverine. They look similar to a wolverine. They're not as fierce, however. They are a predator, and they do kill for a living, but they don't live up to the bad reputation that people have given them. I hear it over and over and over from people that if their chickens get killed in their yard, or they lose a cat, or lose some other livestock, they blame it on the fisher. If the hunting is poor in an area, they say that the fisher is killing all of the small game. Some people are even afraid of them. If they see a fisher in the woods, they shoot it. Okay? I feel really bad for the fisher because I have a lot of experience with fishers. And from my experience, they are the most docile animal in the forest. They really are. Yes, they are a predator, like I said. I've had numerous experiences with them in the woods. For instance, one time I was bow hunting. I was up in a hemlock tree, and there was another hemlock tree right next to me. I heard a big ruckus in the tree. I look up. There was a fisher in the hemlock tree next to me. And he was coming over into my tree. He was coming down the tree when I looked up. Now, he wasn't coming after me. I was in camouflage. He didn't know I was there. He was coming down the tree. I look up. He stops. Then he went out on a branch, and he was all inquisitive, you know, looking at me, all curious. Cute as hell. I watched him for a bit, talked to him a little bit, and then he left. I was never threatened. On another time when I was hunting from the ground that day, I took an apple out of my pack and I rubbed it on a tree to get that aroma in the air. About an hour or so later, here comes this fisher coming over. He got about 8 to 10 feet from me. And then he went up, he's licking all that apple on the tree. And I watched him for about 15 minutes and he cleaned that tree bark right up. He ate all that apple. I didn't know fishers ate apples. They're a predator. On another occasion, again, while hunting, I heard a big ruckus. I happened to look. He's chasing a gray squirrel on a really big pine tree. And they go, you know how a squirrel stays on the opposite side of the tree? You know how they do that? Well, he kept corkscrewing all the way up the tree after that squirrel. Never caught it. Finally gave up and left. Anytime I've come across a fisher in the woods, they are very, very docile. Never once have I been threatened by one. And if they come and kill a chicken, they're going to come and kill one chicken and take off with it. They're opportunists like that. They might come back and get another one. If you lose all your chickens in your pen in one night, that's a raccoon. It's not the fisher. When I hear about people, they see a fisher out in the woods and then they just shoot it, for one stupid reason or another, it pisses me off. I had some footage of the fisher, but I can't find it. But if you want to see what they look like, just go to Google Images, look up a fisher. You'll see them. They're really, really cool animals. Now, I've had a lot of questions about the surgery. I was scheduled for the 13th. Lots of well wishes, lots of prayers coming in, and I really, really appreciate your thoughtfulness, and I thank you very much for that. We had our concerns about the surgery because I'm not supposed to do anything strenuous after it. I'm trying to figure out how we're going to handle that. Then this big storm hit where our whole road was obliterated. Now, Lori can bring in firewood, she can carry water, she can shovel snow, but she's not going to take the chainsaw and clear this whole road open. After that experience just recently, we did a lot of thinking, and although putting the surgery off is not really going to help me at all, straining myself and hurting myself afterwards is going to do me more harm than good, so we're going to go with the lesser of two evils. We've put it off until April. But keep me in your thoughts and prayers, and I very much appreciate that. Am I going to make another Christmas video? Well, I didn't make one last year, and the reason is the Christmas videos are very, very involved. It's pretty hard to come up with stuff for all these videos and keep it funny and not end up being goofy and stupid or too redundant. Okay, and I think the reason why you don't see new Christmas videos coming out year after year after year and people watch the same old Christmas classics is because of that reason. How do you keep coming up with new content without just being too redundant? Okay, so it was fun while it lasted. If I get some great ideas to make another one, I will do it in the future, but for now, I just don't have the time. And I don't have the ideas. So, if you like my Christmas videos, watch my Christmas classics. And like I said, if I come up with something better in the future, I'll certainly throw it your way. Okay, one more thing. I have a lot of people saying that they're not getting notifications of my new uploads. If that's happening, just go to my homepage. There's a little icon of a bell. Just click on that bell and you'll be notified of my uploads. But notifications are not. I'm posting every Sunday morning. So Sunday morning, come and look for a new video. The only time one might not get posted is if we just can't get out. This last big storm, we had no internet up here for I think 5 days, 4 or 5 days. The road was all blocked up. We cut the road open, went down, shoveled out the vehicle, went to town, and the internet was down in town. We had to go to the next town to get that video out to you. So sometimes it's quite a process to get these videos put out. But we're going to keep on keeping on, do my very best to get them out to you. But if you go and click on my channel on a Sunday morning and there's no new upload, give me the benefit of the doubt, because I will get one to you as soon as we can. Yep. So I'm going to wrap it up. That's it for now. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday, and all the best to you, and God bless.
Frankie and the boss out walking in the woods, living life happy and free. Tracks in the snow everywhere they go. There's a pokey way up in that tree. A beaver built a pond where they have some fun, taking life a day at a time. Best friends until the end. Frankie and the boss. Frankie and the boss. Frankie and the boss.